This is how a rainy day on TikTok turned into me becoming a VTuber. Hey everyone, it's Marzia, or heymaryjean if you will. So let me tell you a little story about how I almost became a PNG tuber. Yep, you heard that right. I had this whole design sketched out and I was ready to jump into the world of PNGs, just living my best 2D life. But then, well, let's just say I had a change of heart and things got a little more animated. It all started when one rainy day I was super bored and scrolling endlessly on TikTok when suddenly I came across this program called PNG Tuber Plus. And my first thought,
Wow, a moving persona would be so cool.
so obviously I had to try it out. I decided to use one of my drawings as a test subject, just to see how it would turn out. I picked this lady right here. She seemed perfect for my little experiment. The first thing I did was separate her hand from the rest of her body, then making different mouth shapes so she could actually talk, and even close her eyes to give her that animated blink. Honestly, I was just winging it at this point, and after some fiddling around, I finally got this. Ta-da! My first ever animated PNG tuber. I was honestly pretty proud of myself. I mean, it was my first time trying something like this and it actually worked. After that, I decided I wanted to design my own persona. So here's the design that almost became my PNG tuber self. I was totally into the idea of just vibing as a 2D character. I documented the first days of designing and after a little test ride with my sketch and stumbling upon VTubers online, I thought to myself, hey, you know what would be even cooler than being a PNG tuber? Being a VTuber. I started feeling like I could do more. Like, what if she could move, blink, and just feel more alive? And there was no turning back. I had no idea what I was getting into. Once I decided to go full VTuber, I took that original PNG sketch and started refining it. I wanted to keep the core elements that make me, well, me, like the daisy jacket, gold elements, and curly hair. But I knew I had to add a lot more details to make hair come to life. Here are the features that I added. A half up, half down hairstyle, pink heart hair ties, a heart chain necklace, and this Easter egg from the anime Doremi. And here's when things got tricky. I was working on my old iPad, which only gave me about 20 layers to work with, so I had to get super creative. I ended up creating multiple files to separate different parts of the model, like the hair, eyes, clothes. It was a bit of a puzzle, but I made it work. This iPad and I have been through a lot together, so this was just another adventure for us. And I am sad to say that it was the last one us two got to be on. I had to get a new one last month because my oldie didn't handle my apps anymore. Rest in peace, old lady. Other than that, drawing my model was really fun, and you guys told me that I captured my likeness pretty well, so I will pat myself on the shoulder for that. Of course, the colors had to be bright and playful, and the main color is, you guessed it, pink. I also really wanted to give her expressive eyes, so I spent extra time on that and added little hearts when she smiles. I was so inspired that I didn't draw anything else till she was done. I must say that after learning Live 2D and how VTubers work, I would have handled my layers a bit differently, but for being a complete beginner when I got into this, it worked out just fine. I also didn't see many VTubers that didn't have that anime look, so I was afraid that this wouldn't work out, but there are a few amazing models with unique art styles I really look up to, and that inspired this whole process. Seeing all the amazing VTuber designs in general made me want to improve my character design skills. Once the drawing was all done, it was time to dive into rigging and the world of Live 2D. This was where things got really complicated. I went from knowing absolutely nothing about VTubing to learning about meshes, parameters, and all sort of technical stuff I never even knew existed. The goal was to give her a full range of expressions and movements, so she could really interact in my videos. Luckily, there are very helpful tutorials online, and step by step, I got the hang out of it. It was a lot of trial and error, but eventually, I got everything to work the way I wanted. Just a little tip though, be mindful of your hierarchy. I learned that the hard way and had to start completely over, so that wasn't really nice. Seeing her blink and smile for the first time was surreal. The hours of work paid off. My little PNG tuber dream had evolved into something so much cooler, and I couldn't wait to show her off to the world. I added all sorts of cool toggles, like drawing positions, different hand positions, and of course one with a cup of coffee, because even my VTuber needs that espresso in her life. I also had to add toggles for my birds, Gumi and Bo. They just had to be part of the action. Look at them, aren't they adorable? I also made an animated background and made a whole room with the essentials. Even added my dog, Tigo, who's just chilling in the corner, so you'll probably catch him snoozing during my videos. It's like my digital dream space. And because I can never have too much fun with this, I've also planned out some different outfits for the future. And if you didn't notice already, I love big cardigans. For some more magic, I added little star effects when she moves around, because everything's better with a little sparkle. So after all that hard work, I finally debuted as a VTuber. I might have started out as a complete beginner, but I've learned so much and I'm so happy with how my persona turned out. I'm still figuring things out as I go, but honestly, that's part of the fun, right? Looking back, I'm really glad I made the switch from PNG tuber to VTuber. It's been a crazy journey, but I wouldn't change a thing. And hey, if I can do it, so can you. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the fun. And to all my returning friends, thank you for sticking around. Let me know in the comments what you think of my VTuber, and if you've got any questions, drop them down below. See you in the next video. Bye!